Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network, and today this is the combination of all the Metroid Spirit Battles. I had the original video and the Dread video recently came out, so I had to combine them into one super long video. So the audio quality might not be as consistent as we want, but hey, if you wanted to watch them all without jumping from one video to the next, here it is for you guys. So choose your favorite visor and your favorite arm cannon. This is every Metroid Spirit Battle Explained. The Gravity Suit Spirit is represented by Samus in the underground area of Castle Siege, perhaps a nod to how in Metroid Zero Mission the Gravity Suit helps you travel through lava, and Sector 3 in Metroid Fusion. Your gravity is high to show Samus is not being affected by it while battling it out to the music of Sector 1. The Young Samus Spirit is represented by Zero Suit Samus and a snake who represents Adam Malkovich. You battle it out on Frigate Orphan, meant to represent the bottle ship from Metroid Other M. They fall slower in the battle, maybe because Adam hasn't given her permission to fall normally, as you battle it out to the theme of Samus Aran, Space Warrior. The Gamer Spirit is represented by Ivysaur while on Brinstar. The floor is sticky, perhaps because the Gamer needs to be sticky to climb everywhere. The Urna item is common to symbolize the spiky back of the Gamer. Its speed is also upped while the Brinstar music from Melee plays. The Chozo Statue Spirit is represented by Samus while battling on Brinstar. Samus has the Screw Attack item, nodding to how Samus in the 2D titles would normally get her upgrades from the Chozo statues. You battle it out to the Brinstar Depths music from Melee. The Metroid Spirit is represented by Ridley and a Metroid Assist trophy spawning right away. The floor is sticky, being hit by Ridley will heal Ridley while on Brinstar, all nods to how a Metroid can incapacitate you from moving efficiently and will heal as it sucks your health. The title theme to Metroid plays. The Mother Brain Spirit is represented by Dark Samus on Brinstar Depths. The enemy's energy attacks are upped as the Mother Brain Assist trophy spawns to cause you more troubles. The escape music plays, a nod to how when you finish off Mother Brain in the games, you have that theme play as the timer is ticking down as you have to race back to your ship. The Queen Metroid Spirit is represented by King K. Rool. This stamina battle has K. Rool growing in size and power over time, perhaps a nod to how Metroids evolve and become more powerful. You battle it out in Brinstar as Boss Battle 4 from Metroid Samus Return plays, as chronologically Samus Returns or Metroid 2 Return to Samus is where the Queen Metroid made its first appearance. The Zebzim Spirit is represented by 4 Dark Samuses to battle it out against the Space Pirate Grunts. Their neutral attack is upped as you battle it out on Brinstar, and the Brinstar theme from Melee plays. The Kraid Spirit is represented by a giant King K. Rool on Brinstar Depths. This stamina battle has K. Rool's speed and jumping abilities nerfed, perhaps a nod to how Kraid's movements were limited while battling Kraid in Super Metroid. You battle it out to the Brinstar Depth music from Melee. The Fatoon Spirit is represented by an Inkling as they are both squid-like creatures. You battle it out on Frigate Orphan, meant to represent the wrecked ship in Super Metroid where you battle Fatoon. Inkling is invisible as Fatoon is a ghost and would phase in and out during the battle. The Hothead item is common, a nod to the blue phantom balls of flame Fatoon would produce to attack you. You battle it out to the Lockdown theme. The X-Parasite Spirit is represented by 10 Kirbys. Kirby is most likely used because he absorbs his opponent's abilities, and the X-Parasite can adapt and use the abilities of other and transform into them. Kirby also will favor that ability, his neutral special Inhale. You battle it out on the Lilac Cruise as it is a nod to how you have to battle them on the BLS Research Station in Metroid Fusion. This fight has the Sector 1 music play, a track from Metroid Fusion. The Mecha Ridley Spirit is represented by a giant Ridley stamina battle on Norfair. Ridley's smash attacks are upped in power and the Versus Meta Ridley track plays. The Adam Malkovich Spirit is represented by Snake and Zero Suit Samus as Samus. You battle it out on Shadow Moses Island as you must defeat Snake to win the battle, probably because you weren't given permission to win if you defeat Zero Suit Samus. The theme to Samus Aran Space Warrior plays. The Little Birdie Spirit is represented by a tiny Ridley that will grow giant over time, a nod to how Little Birdie is the earliest form in Ridley's life cycle that we know and will grow into the big beast. You fight on Distant Planet, meant to represent the Biosphere area in Metroid Other M, the location you first meet it. Ridley's attack and defense will increase once it becomes giant. The Versus Ridley theme plays. The Diggernaut Spirit is represented by a giant Rob that will start the battle with a drill, as the Diggernaut uses drills as a mean of attacking Samus. The drill items will also appear more commonly here. You fight it out on the Great Cave Offensive as a nod to the underground battle as Magmore Caverns plays. The Omega Ridley Spirit has you battling a Metal Ridley on Norfair. Ridley starts the battle with a curry item representing his fire-breathing abilities. This stamina battle has the versus Ridley music played. The Parasite Queen Spirit is represented by a giant Ridley on Frigate Orphan, as the Parasite Queen is in the background. Ridley's attacks are up and will shield often, which is a nod to how you had to blast through parts of shields in the battle against the Parasite Queen in the first Metroid Prime. The theme to Parasite Queen's battle plays. The Candon Spirit is represented by Samus on Brinstar. Motion sensor bombs are commonplace, and represents Candon's form of the string larva, which detaches its tail and will explode when someone gets near it, much like the motion sensor bombs. Psycho Bit plays while you battle, a theme from the game Metroid Prime Hunters, where Caden first debuted. The Trace Spirit is represented by Samus on Norfair. Samus is invisible and nod to Trace's affinity weapon, the Imperialist, which cloaks Trace. Psycho Bits plays while you battle, a theme from the game Metroid Prime Hunters, where Trace first debuted. The Grandrada Spirit is represented by Dark Samus and Pikachu. Dark Samus is used because it corrupted Grandrada, and Pikachu as she uses electric-like attacks and abilities. You must take your strongest team in this no-frill battle on Frigate Orphan as the multiplayer theme for Metroid Prime 2 plays. The Samus, Metroid Dread Spirit, is represented by none other than Samus while on Frigate Orphan. Frigate Orphan is meant to be the research facilities and laboratories of ZDR, the location of Metroid Dread. The Metroid Assist Trophy will spawn throughout the battle, a nod to Samus' connections to the Metroids now that she has their DNA in her from Metroid Fusion. Sector 1 plays. The EMMI, or Emmy Spirit, is represented by Giant Rob. The Emmys are robots built to investigate the X-Parasite of planet ZDR, but they were reprogrammed and hunt down Samus tirelessly in Dread. So a giant robot is perfect. Rob will also occasionally have invincibility and increased movement speed. This is nod to Emmys being pretty indestructible beyond some very specific power boost that Samus must obtain, and how tirelessly the Emmys will hunt her down. You'll also start with low HP, a nod to how the Emmy can one-shot you unless you hit the right button at the right time to stop the killing move. You battle it out on Brinstar Depths while the lockdown battle theme plays. The Chozo Soldier Spirits are represented by a trio of Falcos, as the Chozo are bird people. Each Falco will represent a different Chozo soldier Samus fights in Dread. The Red Falco has a killing edge and back shield to represent the Red Chozo, who has a double-sided spear and shield. The two Black Falcos start with Death Sights. You battle it out on Brinstar as Psycho Bits plays. And that was every Metroid Spirit Battle Explained. And when I say every, I mean it. From the first Metroid to Super Metroid to Metroid Prime and now Metroid Dread. And soon, even though I don't think we'll be getting any Spirit updates from them, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond comes out. Metroid is honestly one of my favorite games, and I didn't get into it until Prime. So I had a lot of backlogs to get into with Metroid, Metroid 2, Super Metroid, and so forth, etc., etc. But they're a lot of fun, and I encourage anyone to check them out. So, what was your favorite Metroid Spirit Battle? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and join us on our Discord. This is the Nintendo Network, signing off.